So as you could probably see, Fallout New Vegas main menu is currently up. Welcome to my new channel, my first channel on YouTube. I'm a guy and I like games, and this is my channel by the same name, and we are going to start this off by playing what is arguably my favorite game of all time. The amount of hours I've sunk into this game is incredible, and there's still things I don't think I haven't done in this game. I can't tell you off the top of my head, but there are. But this is different. I'm playing on an Xbox One right now. I do not have it for a PC or a PC in that general, so there's no mods or anything. But we are going to be doing kind of a role-playing-ish playthrough of the main story of this game and see where it takes us. But there are rules that we are going to have to adhere to. And what are those rules? Well, one, we're going to play on survival mode, and I think the difficulty I am going to set it to is going to be hard, because I want this playthrough to be enjoyable, but not too hard that it's stressful for me to play and record at the same time. But also what I would like to do is I will be doing fast travel, because it will make the game easier. It'll just make it more convenient for me to go play it for you guys. But the other thing I will be doing is making it a little bit more realistic. I'm not going to take anything that increases my strength or anything like that. My character will be probably survival focused, but I'm adhering to, you are allowed to have 2 sidearms, because you could carry a pistol underneath your arm as a cross draw. You could carry a pistol on your leg. And I'm right-handed, so it's going to be my character's right leg in my thought. And 2 primary weapons, because you'd be carrying one, and then you could have one on your backpack, and 1 melee weapon, where it'd be a baseball bat or something like that. I might, if I find a combat knife, keep that, because that makes sense to me. You have a knife, and then you have like a more primary melee weapon. So that's what we're going to do, and I'll be right back with our character. So we are back, and as you can see, this is our character, and his name is Hipster Dave, I believe. And let's bring up our Pip-Boy, and we're going to show you a couple things. These are his special stats. He is perceptive, very high endurance though, average charisma, a little above average intelligence, a little more agile. He's not the luckiest guy in the world, but yep, Hipster Dave. His leg is already injured for some reason, but I guess that's what happens when you end up in a hole. So the skills that I picked for this character are repair, I believe, survival, and barter are what I paired. And perks right now is skilled, so you know, losing 10 experience, the ability to get 5 more points to every skill is kind of good for this character and this deal and everything. And good natured adds 5 to barter, medicine, repair, science, and speech, but you lose 5 from energy weapons, explosive guns, melee weapons, and unarmed. So realistically, all the weapon ones and melee weapons, they just didn't increase, but barter, medicine, repair, science, and speech, they actually increased by 10, so they kind of counteract each other, but I feel like it was a good move to go with. Now, what is this character going to use as a weapon? So, what I think I'm going to do is I want to get rid of all the pack add-on stuff. So I'm going to get rid of the broad machete, you know, the grenadier rifle, the shotgun, the pistol, the vault armor, and all that stuff. I'm going to just keep the vault suit. I'm going to keep the doctor's bag, stem pack, super stem packs, and the weapon repair kits, just because the beginning of this game is going to be tough, just dumping all that stuff. I will also be dumping all of the ammo except the 24 9mm, because I believe like maybe that's the gun you were found with. I'm also going to get rid of the vault canteen, before we leave. But I will be taking everything I can from Dr. Mitchell's house because I think my character is going to be a little bit of a klepto, not in front of people, but what they find is going to be Hipster Dave's a true survivor. So let's get to it. I'm going to search for a container to store this all in. This footlocker that's empty will be perfect. So we will be saying goodbye to all of these things. I will hold on to the binoculars. They might be useful in the beginning. Ooh, no, I didn't want to get rid of the hat. I'm going to throw the hat on. I will keep all that. I will get rid of these. I will keep those bobby pins. I will also, regrettably, get rid of all this ammo. I want to be like he actually, you know, got buried in that hole for the game. I apologize for anyone who does not know the intro to this game, but it is a good one. Basically, you are a courier for the Mojave Express Company, and what you're currying, you don't know it's a mysterious package, and you get jumped. And while you are getting jumped, they shoot you in the head and they bury you in a shallow grave. And then you wake up here. So, Dr. Mitchell's patched you up. Ooh, whoa, excuse me. And now we're stealing everything from his house, but he doesn't seem to care. He's just thinking, at least somebody's in my house, you know. Get old and lonely and all that fun stuff. Now, a lot of this stuff is going to be become important for my character because of the survival aspect of it. Because you can make things at campfires, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to be taking some of this stuff early on, focusing on survival and all that stuff. As we look around, more. There's a gun case, so we get a laser pistol. So now we have 2 sidearms. That's all. But I can carry more. Since I'm not increasing the strength of my character, Hipster Dave, he might be able to lift a lot. You never know. So ooh, I got my melee weapon off to the start, which is nice. And now I technically have a primary weapon, even though it is a small submachine gun. I could say, if I wanted to, you know, make it a sidearm on my leg, because it is a small submachine gun pistol. And the high intelligence was so I could use chemistry things like this to make drugs. It's going to be an easier way for my character to make money. That's why I did barter. I want my character to be able to make that money, because money in this game will be very important with some of the add-ons that I will be using. Alright. So let's get this journey started. Every Fallout game, that weird J.J. Abrams vibe. And I'm actually going to be back after I cut through all of these, because I don't want you guys to see this. So that was just all the quests loading. Dead Money still hasn't loaded, but it takes a while. Oh, Gunrunner's Arsenal. But I'm not going to play the DLCs in this unless people actually want me to, because I will. There are some cool things you can explore in those, even though I still think Old World Blues is really, really hard. And there it is, the Sierra Madre Grand Opening. Now that DLC is also very hard because it's a melee focused one.
Howdy, partner.
Very, very few weapons in that. The weapons aren't even that good. Thanks for digging me out of my grave.
Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
I also want to know if you want me to sit here and communicate with the characters. I could also cut it out, streamline it. It's really up to you guys. It looked
like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were. So I hauled you off to the dock right quick.
Do you know those men who attacked me?
Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that.
How did you end up in Good
I
Springs?
moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any.
Always liked the design of Victor, like the little cowboy face. Like, it was always weird. And Yes Man with just the happy face in it. And we will be getting to Yes Man. If you do not know who he is,
I'm
it'll be exciting.
Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy. Happy trails!
But also think about how intimidating they are. If I was an average sized dude at like 5'10", this thing's towering over me. It could really mess you up. So, Hipster Dave in a Vault 21 suit. That is our armor for right now, and our armor is offering us what? +2 melee weapons, +2 to speech. Maybe he feels a little confident. We're going to put on these glasses and this hat just because we can. Now, our weapon situation. We could use the machine gun, but we'll burn through ammo fast. So, we're going to put the 9mm pistol on our right hip. We're going to consider this down underneath your arm. Now, I think they're going to do a couch carry for the knife, and what a scout carry for a knife is when you wear it right behind your back on the belt and you just reach behind and pull it out, and it makes sense to have a knife there. And that's what we're working with. In our little weapon wheel, you can see to the left on 4 will probably be where our primary is, and then we'll put probably the other melee weapon up on 3, and or maybe we'll put the weapon on 3. I don't know what we're going to do yet. So, but we have a laser pistol, 9mm pistol, and our knife, which is like a kitchen knife, but this is survival. So what we're going to do is we're going to explore Good Springs a little bit. It's always good to check the mailboxes. Sometimes good things in there. Nothing really good right there. So let's go check this house out. And this is going to be the beginning of our losing karma, which is a system that I'm a little upset that they took out of Fallout 4. The karma system was really cool to me. That's one of the reasons why I really enjoy this game. But there's some minor things that they took out of Fallout that, like, wouldn't have really destroyed the game, but they were just quirky little aspects that I do miss. We'll turn the radio on in their house and make it be like there's a ghost. I cannot unlock their lockpick. A briefcase with a coffee mug under their bed. So, nothing really of use in this house, but it's always good to have a look. Ooh, I lied a little bit. We're going to take this Brahmin skin outfit and put it on instead of the vault suit. I will hold on to the vault suit, but there it is. We're losing camera. Just because the melee weapon's not really important to us right now. I think +1 in endurance and +1 agility would be really cool. But also, I feel like it'll give us our character a good look, like he was living in this world in his overalls with his little knife on his side. Little cross-draw knife. So we're going to explore more. Now, I know there's good things over here. And we are going to use the melee weapon for the nymphs. And it's, I don't know why they call them nymphs, but are they here? They're not here. We're going to take this stuff because it'll help us out later during another quest. So we won't have to run back here. We might run up and grab the other ingredient for it. Just so, you know, save time. Let's go in the Good Springs schoolhouse. There's a safe in here I won't be able to open, but there are giant praying mantises. Ow. It's dark in here. Turn on my light. Ah. One more. Okay. Ah. I just think it'd be freaky, because, like, the rat, it is creepy. Like, bugs in games are just creepy. I couldn't play Skyrim for a while because the spiders were freaking me out because I got attacked by one that was a little bit smaller. I'll play that game on this channel if you guys like. I love Bethesda games. I am going to be playing a modded permadeath series. I'm going to start for Fallout. New Vegas probably down the road. Very, very interesting. This is not a permadeath playthrough. This is just a fun little try to give myself a challenge through this game because it's going to get hard. Only relying on 4 weapons down the road. There's some guns that I'm pretty sure I'm going to get and stick to, and that's going to fill a role for it, like a main rifle, a sniper rifle, a handgun, and then I think I'm going to go with the lever action shotgun when I finally get to the point because Mad Max had a shotgun on his leg. So I feel like you could carry a lever shotgun there, and that's going to be my shotgun option. Because also, another rule I want to set in this game, I don't know if you folks will think it's cool. I always kind of do it to myself in all my playthroughs of Fallout. I will not buy any ammunition this entire playthrough from a merchant. And when I say ammunition, I mean I will not buy the, my dogs are barking because my parents just got home. Just bear with me through this, little puppers. We'll be back after my dogs come back. Calm down. I'm sorry about this, guys. Alright, we're back. I'm sorry about that. And it wasn't my parents. It was nobody. My neighbors across the street were getting out of their car loudly, and it startled my dogs, and they started barking. Now, we're probably going to end this episode soon, and I know it's not the greatest introduction episode. Not a lot of action, just me wandering around, trying to get, you know, my foothold for this game so we could actually start doing some progress. But Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 were slower moving games. And we are going to now ransack Victor's shack. See if we find anything good. Probably going to search the rest of these houses. Maybe I'll speed it up if I don't find anything. Yeah, I'm going to cut back to you guys.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry. She won't bite unless I tell her to.
So this is Cheyenne. So we are in the Prospector's saloon. And
yeah, I guess there's a thing or two
we
I
are
could show
going
you.
to get our first rifle.
Sounds like you need all
of
the
the
help you
game,
can get after
which
what they
is
done to you.
always
Meet me outside.
one of my favorite
behind
guns
the
in the
saloon.
series. Even though it is a entry to mid-tier gun, maybe you could get away with using it in later games for stealth carrier. But it's good. So we're going outside to Good Springs. Take the Sunset Sarsaparilla. It's good for health. Because health comes back slower, so food is definitely, you just stack that on top of stim packs. And this is our first, you know, doggy of the game, Cheyenne.
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on
Oh,
the
look
fence
at that,
there?
she's a good girl.
Take this and try to hit a couple of them.
That was a little glitchy there. So now we have the vermin rifle. So before we start shooting, we'll put it in its 4 spot. That's where we'll be staying for now. This might be the gun we use for a while. If we could find a scope for it early.
That's the right idea. Look on the sight. Try crouching down and staying still. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you
those
came to
good
me to learn to
shots.
fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
So
Follow
we're going to
me.
go do this with
It's
her.
just down to the southeast.
But we'll
a
be
short
doing
ways.
that in the next video. So for now, Hipster Dave is looking pretty hipster to me. So I'm a guy who likes games. And I'll see you next time.